The Nintendo Drive is fueled by patrons at patreon.com/YumiCapri, and from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful to the nearly 70 patrons who support us each and every month, with our special thanks to our Capremium producers, Dallas Ford, Lee Navarro, the fearless leader of the Phoenix Overdrive Extra Life team, and Jonathan Brown, the man behind the music on this show and the Xbox Drive. You can support Jonathan at youtube.com/PM Entertainment. Our platinum producers, Robbie Bobby Miller and Trucker Sloth. Our gold members, Argo, Benji Kong, Brendan Myers, Dallas Robbins, Dano, Emily O'Kelly, Foolish Fuji, Heather Boney, James Johnson, Joel Brooks, Jose Jimenez, Mac Time, Marcus O'Neill, Mr. and Mrs. Nasty Boots, RJ Kern, Skinny Matt, and Xavier Reyes. If you enjoyed this show and you'd like to support independent content, you can go to patreon.com/YumiCapri and choose the tier that's right for you. Now, on with the show. Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. I'm in my car and you're listening to the Nintendo Drive. I'm on a Skype call with my friend Console Caito, the sauciest potato, and on our journey today, I actually beat a game, so jump on into the Nintendo Drive. Ball!
Hi, Sean.
Do you ever hear the music in your head, even though we don't listen to it? We do, or producer Ryan does it in post-production. I hear the song in my head. They go, here we go. I hear that after I yell bah. I do that.
Yeah, I think I'm just so focused on you screaming that I'm not really focused on the Mario.
It's a little distracting.
Introduction, but yeah.
My brain's a weird place to exist. Well, right now there seems to be some sort of windstorm, which may cause issues with the internet today. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not going to lie. I need this chat in the middle of my day. I need to go get a drink, and I'm just glad that we have this to look forward to each and every week, Caito.
Yes, and I'm not going to lie. You did cut out a little bit during the intro.
Golly.
So we'll just see how
retiring
things
this
go.
car bit. It's over.
Yeah.
The new intro is, hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. I used to do this podcast in my car, and you're listening to that's why it's called the Nintendo Drive.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Well, let's clean out the garage a little bit. We got a lot to get to. But just a reminder, as we've said the last couple weeks, you can listen to us on YouTube now, youtube.com/YumiCapri. We do have a YouTube comment this week from Sam CT, who said, "Yay, you used my question. Another fun episode. I wish they were longer." Well,
running
they can
out of
only
gas,
be so
Sam.
long because there's only...
That's always nice to hear, though. It's funny. We do purposefully have a shorter show than I think many others. Hopefully leaving people wanting more, I think is part of it. And yeah, just to, when it fires up on your feed, I think it helps pop it first for you. You guys listen to this before the 4-hour episode of whatever else is on your podcast feed. So it's a choice, but it's always nice to hear that people want more. You're not going to get it, but it's nice that you want it.
You only want so much, Caito. If you want more Sean, there's so much to listen to.
That's true.
Go listen to We the Gamercast. You go listen to the Xbox Drive. Sweet Hangs, all the things.
That's true.
So you can get as much Sean as you want.
More of us together, though. We need more.
Right,
we need double
so.
stuff Oreo of Nintendo Drive. Yeah.
Yep. We don't have any Apple Podcast reviews this week.
Yeah, what the heck?
But if you
hang on a second. Hi there. Can I please get 2 large Diet Cokes? That is all. Thank you. Wait, what were we talking about?
If you want your review on the show, go leave us a 5-star review over on Apple Podcast. Leave a nice review. We will read it here. But Sean,
can I just say I'm disappointed that people haven't added another? Can I just throw a little you're being very nice about it, which is good. I'll play the role of come on, guys. We know you're out there. We don't, we'll maybe do a giveaway at some point, but I think there's still a bunch of people who love us very, very much that they can, take 35 seconds to put a review out there. That would be great. That's it. That's the guilt trip. Yeah, Ryan. Where the hell is Ryan Turford? Actually, you know what? I don't know if I checked the Canadian one. I might be eating my words. That always happens to me. It's like instant karma. Anytime I choose to be a dink, it's like, there might be actual. Shoot, I might have to check on that.
Yeah.
I might pull over here.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Well, you finished a game.
And I want to play it again, Caito. I finished.
Do you really?
I do. I played and completed Skyward Sword, and I have just done, like I'm dizzy from my 180 on this game. I really, really enjoyed it quite a lot, actually. I had a lot of problems with it the first time I went around, but they seem to be less, I don't know, they just didn't seem to care as much. I didn't care that Girahim is kind of, or if that's how you say it, like I think he's kind of a lame bad guy. But in the end, kind of didn't matter because like a lot of the things I had a problem with, hi there, yep, that's me. Thank you, you too. A lot of the things I had issues with, like they were totally just downplayed by my enjoying the story and the music and the art style and the dungeons and the puzzles and playing it all with my kids. Like I just had a really fun time with it. Thank you. So there. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm kind of, every time you say you've played it with your kids, I know my son's only 3, but I mean, maybe he would enjoy watching me play a game.
Yeah.
So maybe I should try that.
They're sort of like, I mean, for better or for worse, we've put gameplay of video games in front of our kids for a long time now since we realized like that stops Lincoln from crying. Yeah, he can watch Super Mario 64. So yeah, we've been watching a lot of kind of Let's Plays. And and they like the reading too. Like Lincoln is starting to read the words on it, which is like crazy. And so I think he's really enjoying that. Before I recorded, I was at home working, and my son, I was just telling Caito off air, Lincoln had a bit of a panic attack, and Ellie is sitting there going, let's play Zelda. It's like, that is not helping. Not even a little bit, but just kind of cute that how much they really enjoy it. Cute. But I have unlocked Hero Mode, which I actually don't really understand what it is. It's like a new game plus of some sort, and maybe we'll go back and play that. But yeah, what a good game. I really am glad that I bought, like, maybe I'm just talking myself up because I spent $80 on it, but I don't think so. Like, I don't know what to do next now. Honestly, like, next in line is Monster Hunter Stories, but I kind of just want to keep playing Zelda, or maybe jump to Breath of the Wild or fire up Twilight Princess. I'm kind of on a bit of a kick right now. Right.
Well, speaking of, we weren't speaking of mediocre games, but I played, Dr. Mario World.
Oh, me too.
Did you play?
So did I. Yes.
Okay, we said we were going to.
Yeah.
And let me just say, I didn't mind the floating up aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't bother me.
Okay.
My issue with these types of games is always that the tutorial of it is too much.
Yes.
Every time I finish a level, you're telling me some new thing about the shell or the bomb or this or that or add this item, and
they
can
split
have your
apart and you
assistant
can
and
move
you're
that
the
at that
doctor
point.
and
There's
this.
powers.
And then I just got to the point where you can move your pill through blocks, and I'm like, what's the point of the blocks?
Exactly.
Why am I doing that?
You just put them wherever you want.
You can put them wherever you want. You can just drag them at your own pace.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, which means, like as you go along, you have to be like really, really strategic about where you're supposed to put them, or you'll have to rely on power-ups that you'll probably have to pay. I'm totally on the Canadian podcasting. There's 2 reviews here from Canadian, so we'll get to those next week. We'll put them in the show notes. Sorry, Bro 7000 and Chris Smart Guy Local. You guys, we'll get to you. There's 2 more before the guilt trip comes back. So there you go.
Well, it still wasn't Ryan Turford, so.
Still no Ryan Turford. He's definitely not here.
Still call him out. But,
that's right.
Okay, so how would you... I'm definitely not going to pay for anything.
Definitely not.
Dr. Mario World.
Definitely not.
I mean, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. Maybe I pooped on it a little hard.
Last week, I know we said they were shutting... Are they just shutting like the store down and you can still play it without buying stuff, or they're just shutting it all down? You can't access it.
It's funny because I seem to remember...
I think you can't access it.
Yeah, I seem to remember reporting on like that they couldn't access the store, but I feel like, why would you do that? I think they're going to shut the whole access to the game down.
I think so.
I got a login bonus right now, like 2 days in a row. So there's little gifts there, try to get you to do that. We could have versus mode. There's lots of places for me to spend my money on. Like, this should work. Like, I should want to play Dr. Mario, but it's mobilized. It's in that, if that's not the right term, but it's too bad. It's just too bad. I'll drag my red pill here.
All the stuff, and it's kind of the same feeling I get when I start an RPG. And it's just like, am I willing to spend the time
Seriously.
to learn all this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And for an RPG, yes, because I know I'm going to spend a lot of time. But for this, like, I just want to play. I just want to match things together.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be this complex. Or
Yep.
do it all at one time, not over the span of, 20 levels.
Honestly, it really is. Yeah, yeah, definitely. How many, there's items to use, there's sidekicks, there's too much. It's too much.
Too much. It's too much.
I just wanted Dr. Mario. And can we just get it on Switch then, if that's going to be the thing? Just take it off mobile and give me a decent, not Dr. Luigi. I don't want my little L pill shaped things. How is anybody supposed to take those, Dr. Luigi?
Right.
It's too much.
Yeah. Too much. And I saw you played Tetris 99.
I did. I got my Skyward Sword theme. That was very, very good. I probably won't play Tetris 99 again until the next cup, but that's pretty much it. But it's still very gratifying for me to go get my themes. And
Do you have all of them? Did I ask you this last time?
No, I've definitely missed a couple. But you can earn tickets and stuff. You can earn sort of ways to buy them after the fact with that. So, but I don't know if you can. There's ones that I can't buy, but I don't know if they're previous Maximus Cup ones or what. But I'd have to check in on that. But it's funny because they basically just use whatever the last one was until the next Maximus Cup comes. And that's it.
Right. I could never do it then because the completionist in me, knowing that I couldn't go back and get the other ones, it's too far gone at this point.
Yeah.
But speaking of Tetris 99, we do have a question from Half Thumbed Gamer on Discord who asked, what are some Tetris 99 themes that you would like to see?
Ooh.
And obviously, I don't care at this point because I'm not going to go back and play it. And I had to go and look and see, okay, what theme. There have been a lot of themes already. And the only one that I could think of that I might want in addition to the ones that have already existed would be like a Pikmin theme.
Ooh, that's a good one.
But I don't, there's a lot here. Game Boy, Splatoon, Fire Emblem, Kirby, Luigi's Mansion, Pokemon, Ring Fit, Animal Crossing, Xenoblade, Paper Mario, Super Mario, another Kirby. Wait, another Kirby?
Seriously? Bobby.
Miitopia,
Oh, I'm sorry, Bobby.
Mario Golf, yeah. And then there's themes purchased. Oh, those are the event themes. And then there's themes purchased with tickets.
Yes.
Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong, Super Mario.
I want Dr. Mario. Wait, what did you just say?
Legend of Zelda, Super Mario,
Super
and
Mario.
Donkey Kong.
I didn't want to just totally repeat. You said it's available, and then I say I want the one you just said. Dr. Mario, I feel kind of makes sense. That would actually be kind of amazing for a Tetris Dr. Mario, bit of a crossover.
Yeah.
Or F-Zero cool. Even. Honestly, make it anything. But I think one of the best things about it is the theme, the visual of it is one, but the music is kind of what gets me going about it all, because there's basically three themes that you can hear depending on how far along you get. There's the first kind of theme is, you're one of 99 other people, and then when you hit 50 people left, it increases in intensity a little bit, and then there's 10 people left, and it's crazy, and I only hear that one out of however many times. But it's I love this game. It is, man. Yeah. I don't know if the question came to this show or the Xbox Drive or wherever, but I feel like somebody was asking what's the best Tetris, and I think this is it. I think this is one of the best Tetris you can play.
Really?
I think so.
I mean, I haven't played that many Tetris games, so.
Yeah, no, I love it. This is the one that keeps me coming back.
All right, well, we do have some news stories this week. Quite a few, actually. The first one, Nintendo Switch has officially outsold both the Xbox 360 and PS3.
My God.
So it's the 7th biggest game console of all time.
My goodness gracious. Well, the Xbox 360 and PlayStation, they didn't have Animal Crossing, Caito. They didn't force you to buy 3 or 4. Although 360 people should talk about 360 sales and go people had to buy multiples because of the Red Ring of Death. So there's that aspect of it. But holy crap, completely unstoppable. And we haven't hit the what is the bargain basement kind of just shovelware like the Wii did at a certain point, where people really stopped caring about the Wii. People still care a lot about the Switch at this point. So the fact that they've already exceeded those consoles, and I feel like there's kind of no letting up at this point, is so exciting as a Nintendo fan.
Yeah. Did you have a Red Ring of Death? on your...
I did. Yeah, I did have one. But like I had the same experience that I think a lot of people had where I actually didn't buy a new one. Although I do know that some people did. I think Ryan Turford had like 4 or 5 consoles at one point.
My gosh.
But I just sent it in. Like I sent it in a box and they sent one back and it was like totally as easy as it should be with the situation that they had. So my experience with it wasn't problematic really.
I had it happen one time and then I quickly turned it off and turned it back on and it was fine.
Oh, nice.
And it never happened again. But it was always scary to turn it on and
you're just waiting for it to come back.
Just waiting for it to happen. Yeah. Well, and you know, I contributed to this 4 times over with the Nintendo Switch, so I'm part of the problem here. If you want to call it a problem.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. Sell more of them, more games for us, the more we sell, so...
It totally makes sense. It's one of those things. I don't know how far off it is from 3DS, the 3DS family of consoles as well. Because I think it's funny just to compare it to consoles, but then also like it's obviously a handheld as well. So both comparisons I think are really apt, and I think that's obviously one of the reasons why it just sells so well, just because it lives in both worlds so well. This reminds me too, because we have a couple of Switches in the household, one of those being a Switch Lite. And I was recently on a road trip last week with the family. We drove to Calgary, saw the zoo, saw the penguins, and I played my regular Switch handheld because that's just what I had. And I'm like, well, I'll be damned if this isn't the worst thing in the world, and maybe that OLED Switch might actually be decent. Well, I don't know if I want it, but it wasn't as I had in my mind that the only way that I ever want to play handheld is with my Switch Lite because it's a beautiful little thing. So I don't know. I'm just eating crow left, right, and center. Skyward Sword is good. OLED Switch might be worthwhile. Who the hell? I don't know why people even listen to me at this point.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's for the journey. It's for the journey. Not what I say in a moment. It's what I will run into within 24 hours after that.
I told you should have pre-ordered it.
I'm not at the regret stage. You can try and pile that on, but I'm not at the regret stage yet.
When I get mine and I'm talking about how pretty it is and it's white and nice looking.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
I'm going to rub it in.
Okay.
And then when you go get one later, I'm going to say I told you so.
Well,
which is probably enough for you never to go get one.
That is because I am very stubborn. I'm very spiteful. But I think that's mainly that if there is a reason why people listen to us on this show, it's for that. It's for that. There's a big payoff for people, I think.
Right. It only took you a year to play Animal Crossing. So.
Exactly. See, there's a pattern. This is a me thing.
I'll wait.
I like it.
Anyway.
So people are buying stuff.
Yeah. Top 10 best-selling Nintendo Switch games. As of June 30th, we've got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I want to clarify that. Animal Crossing New Horizons, obviously. Super Smash Brothers. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Party, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, Splatoon 2, and Ring Fit Adventure.
Whoa.
Which I was kind of shocked about.
It doesn't seem like Ring. I don't remember what the actual numbers were for like Wii Fit, but I remember Wii Fit being like way more. I don't know, just out there, like a lot of people talking about it. Ring Fit Adventure seems to be selling a ton, just sort of like quietly though. You don't really hear too many moms out there or too many grandmas out. I shouldn't say that anymore because like that's kind of us now. Like we're by, like when the Wii was 10 years ago, or more. Wait, more than that. Good God, when the heck was the Wii? Oh my goodness, 2006 or something like that. 2006.
That was a long time ago. Yeah,
it was a long time ago. So yeah, I was definitely thinking of that as a totally different demographic, and I have become the demographic. But yeah, holy cow. So what? 30 some odd million Animal Crossing.
33 million.
Oh my! Like it's coming up on Mario Kart, which it's like
is.
It's Mario Kart. Like that's the game. That's the franchise. That's the leading. It always is. And Animal Crossing is now right there, neck and neck with a year on the market, a year and a half almost.
A year and a half.
Oh my goodness!
Almost, yeah.
And it's like just gone way beyond Super Smash Brothers, which again, you would think that it would be Mario Kart first, Smash maybe right there with it. And then maybe a Mario game. Like, this is a very surprising top 10 list to me because you don't see a Mario game until Super Mario Odyssey at 21 million. You see The Legend of Zelda outselling Odyssey, which is also crazy. I think this is a really interesting little list here.
Yeah. Do you think Animal Crossing will ever surpass Mario Kart?
You know what? I hope that it does for a couple reasons. Number one, maybe
the
they'll
new
actually.
Mario Kart.
Yes, that is my second reason. Then yeah, like if people could just stop buying. If you're listening to this and if you haven't purchased Mario Kart 8 yet, please don't. I might actually have to come up with some sort of incentive here to stop you from buying Mario Kart. Like, we're gonna have to start talking trash about it. We're gonna have to create a movement that Mario Kart 8 is the worst thing to ever happen. So people will stop buying it. So for God's sakes, we can get Mario Kart 9. My goodness gracious. 40 million copies. They're never going to give it to us.
But they would sell another 40 million copies.
I wonder if they would. Like, that's the thing. I don't know. Like, maybe this is just the Mario Kart for the Switch.
No. If they made it Super Smash Brothers, but Mario Kart. Mm-hmm. Like, have all the characters, tons of stuff. They would sell 40 million easy.
I think you're right. I think I mean, that's just the thing. Like and Mario Party is a good example of this as well, where like I would not have expected Mario Party to be on the top 10 list. It's at damn near 16 million copies, and they're going to release another one, and we'll see that. I'm sure that one will do pretty well on this as well.
And this one isn't even a new game.
Right.
This is coming over from.
That's why it's going to do so great. That's why it's going to do so. Wait, which one's coming from the Wii U?
Mario Kart 8.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Mario Party. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and some argument is to be made that Splatoon is kind of like that as well.
Yeah. True.
So there's a little bit of that.
All the games are just ported over.
Pokemon's a port. I mean, Legend of Zelda really shook things up. Smash is all the other Smashes put together. But that's the Nintendo model. It's sort of like all here in stat form for us.
Yep.
Explains everything.
Okay, well, I'm curious to see what you have to say about this next news story.
Oh, no.
Because Nintendo of America tweeted that Mario Golf Super Rush is getting a free update.
Oh, thank goodness.
A new mode, ranked match mode, new character, Toadette, a new course, new Donk City, and improved motion controls. And it said, look forward to more updates later this year. Is this enough for you to re-download it on your Switch?
Here's the thing. I feel like based on this conversation, maybe alone, our entire however long we've been going, maybe I should. Maybe I should keep an open mind to this. Maybe this ranked mode is something that I might be interested in. It does seem like I'm being cautious here because it does seem like it still wants to push all these modes that I don't really like playing. Like ranked mode is like a modifier, it seems, on speed golf and everything else. So it still kind of wants you to play some of the modes, and still the golf isn't all that great anyways. However, there's a gamification here in terms of like getting points and getting rewards. So right now, it looks like you can earn points towards like a different Yoshi color, which doesn't blow my hair back or my skirt up too much, but it might be enough to get me interested. And it's the whole like Tetris 99 Maximus Cup thing. Like, yeah, if you have something that I just like put some time into and get a thing, then that seems to work for me pretty reliably. Right. So maybe Toadette is an awesome addition, and New Donk City looks like a great kind of location. So, and I also kind of want to get my $80 worth out of this game. So I might have to check this out. Yeah. But the big thing that kind of jumped out to me is look forward to more updates later this year, which is really, really good. I hope that it's, I hope it's more substantial than this. Hopefully it's just them kind of promising that there's more stuff coming still. But I don't have my hopes too high. So there's that.
This is a pretty quick update after the release of a game. So I'm curious, based off of that, was this a game? Okay, I'm curious, how do you feel about this model of releasing games? Basically, if you want to call them unfinished games or whatever, releasing it and then just kind of putting out updates as it goes along. Do you prefer that, or would you rather them just release it with everything included and then no updates?
I would prefer everything included and then like even paid updates after the fact. Like I really do feel like what we got with Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U was a really good example of that, where you got it and you're like, well, this is awesome. This is such a good game. And then they offered, the DLC packs afterwards, and they were such a great value. It seemed to double the number of tracks with whatever it was, $15 or $20. That was really great. I think this is kind of risky, Caito, like because a lot of us have kind of made up our minds on this game because it was kind of it was maybe unfinished or whatever anybody might want to call it. And then the other side of it too is if that is the way that they want to do it, which is release somewhat unfinished and then continue to support it and build it up, then they need to be better about the communication of that, I think. And that's something we've talked about, I think, with Animal Crossing as well, where like gamers kind of need a bit of a roadmap. We're fickle and we've got a lot of other things to play. So yeah, I've kind of made up my mind, and I get this little like nibble of this, maybe a little bit of an update, but it's still not entirely what I'm looking for. So I don't know. I still feel kind of manipulated by Nintendo in that way to go try again, and maybe there'll be something coming later, but maybe not. Maybe it's not going to be worthwhile. It all comes down to the communication of it all.
Yeah. I don't necessarily love it. I would just rather have all of the stuff all at once, and if I finish it in 2 weeks, then that's my own problem, you know? I don't like, a little bit of something here, a little bit of something there.
Yeah. It's tricky because there's also, I also think about Mario Maker 2, and they had a pretty decent model on that one, but I think the key is just that you never really felt like the game was incomplete at the start of a game like Mario Maker 2. They did give us more as time went on, but even without like a great roadmap there, but it's just the start of it was pretty rock solid, I would say.
Yeah.
Gotta play some of that game.
Oh yeah, Mario Maker. I'm not a huge Mario Maker fan.
Oh, Lincoln plays it a lot, and I think that some of the levels are just really creative. Especially like they give you a ton to play with. You don't have to venture too quickly into user created stuff because you really never know what you're going to get over there. But the Nintendo created levels are really fun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my cat just came out from under my bed. I didn't know he was in here.
Crazy!
Oh gosh. Okay.
Sneaky feline.
Yes, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is rumored to be revealed later this year. According to a new report by Fanbyte, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was set to be revealed earlier, but it got pushed back because of issues related to the pandemic. Have you played Xenoblade? Do you care about this game?
I care a lot about this, actually, and it kind of forces me. Now I have to play the second one because I played the first one. The definitive edition came out for Switch last year, and I adore that game. It is Japanese anime RPG to the max. The story takes a billion twists. It's a totally nonsensical, but somehow won my heart over. And yeah, give me more. Like I love seeing this from Nintendo because it's the opposite of what we often see, and a lot of people kind of call out, where it's like, where's my Kid Icarus, and where's my F-Zero, and where's my Metroid, or whatever it happens to be. It's like Xenoblade, it seemed, at least for me, it seemed kind of like the unlikely one to get the little push here. And we saw it with Fire Emblem a number of years ago, and that's kind of what has me excited about this, is maybe they're seeing something here. And it's a really good RPG and a really good premise, I think, as well. So yeah, bring it on. I love that.
Yeah.
Now I gotta play the second one though. Dang it.
But maybe I should play. Can I play the second one without playing the first one, you think?
I don't know. I don't know. I keep hearing mixed things about the second one, which is why I haven't jumped right into it right away. But the definitive edition for the original is, like, I think it's really, really good. One of the articles, I think, called it Nintendo's flagship RPGs, which I thought was interesting. That's not how I would think of it. Like, I would think maybe Fire Emblem would be more of like a flagship RPG than Xenoblade. Although maybe they don't consider that like it's more of like a tactical. It's more of a sliver of the genre of RPG.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I need to try it. It looks. Yeah. I like the art style of it. It looks interesting.
It's anime. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's real anime.
Yes.
So you go on a journey.
Another news story. It's not in our little thing here, but I saw on Twitter. They announced an Indie World Showcase.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
We're just going to miss it.
12 p.m. Eastern Time. So there's that. So I'm curious to see what's coming in the world of indies. I like indie world showcases.
So do
I don't
I.
play too many of them, but I just like seeing the different art styles and what everyone's doing. I think it's cool. I like it. But
Me too.
okay, we've got a ton of questions this week.
Wow. Yeah.
A
Get
ton
in
of
here,
questions.
people.
So Brian Scott at BravesB_ on Twitter asks, you can take any Nintendo console from history and turn it into a life-size drivable car. Which console would be your preferred console mobile and why? Controllers and peripherals can play into your answer. Propulsion not limited to combustion engine, maybe
What?
electric, flying, etc. This is a very in-depth question here. Mine would be an N64.
Yeah. It's like a
Somehow the
convertible.
controller is involved, so I can have the rumble pack attached to it. I don't know exactly the mechanics.
That's your steering
behind
wheel.
that, but
It actually
that's
turns.
Yeah.
The three-prong
it
thing.
turns it. Yes. There we go. That would be
And you've
mine.
got all your buttons. Like I'm sitting in my car right now thinking about all the, like, you can control your radio with all those C buttons and everything. You've got your traction control. You could pick up a phone call with it, you know, if you're so inclined. That's a good call. I like that N64 one. It's funny because when I think about it, like I think about first the 64 and then also like the NES, thinking about how they kind of look like cars of that time. Like I think about like the NES seems like a car that you would have gotten like in the 80s. Seems almost like a DeLorean type of thing here. I like the 64 or even Super Nintendo because it kind of like with the top loading cartridge stuff. It seems like a convertible kind of thing.
Convertible car. Yeah, I like that.
What does he say? What does he say about propulsion? Not limited
Propulsion,
to.
not
What does that
limited
have to do with anything?
Combustion engine. I don't know. I think he's just allowing
Maybe
our
electric.
creative minds to wander there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, next up.
Okay.
Todd Oxtra at Toxtra asks, how would you rate Nintendo's new IP for Switch versus the Wii U and Wii? And then listed off the different new IP for each system. So for the Wii, we got Wii Sports, Wii Fit, Wii Play, Excite Truck, and Xenoblade. For the Wii U, we got Splatoon, Mario Maker, Captain Toad, and Hyrule Warriors. For the Switch, we got Ring Fit, Labo, ARMS, 1-2 Switch, and Mario and Rabbids.
What a great question.
I know.
This is such a good question. And the way that, you know, I have to admit, I didn't do any further research to go like, did he miss anything? But
Right.
Even as like this as a
We're just
collection.
taking his word.
Pretty much. Like, they're all really good. I think people, when they hear you kind of rattle off Wii Sports, Wii Fit, Wii Play, that they might go, that's a lot of those like kind of crappy Wii games.
They were
but
good.
They were so good. Yeah. And even more than, actually, no, there is more than that. There was Wii Music and things like that. Yeah, like the Wii games were really, really good, and definitely special call out to Excite Truck. I love that game. One of my most regretted trade-ins that I did because I was a poor college kid, and I don't know what I was thinking, other than just, I don't know, wanted to buy an extra Mario Kart wheel for that stupid thing. But what a good collection of games. So the question is, how would we rate the Switch's IPs versus any of these others?
I think he's asking, we could either, I was thinking we would like rank them, like which was your favorite, like Wii U, Switch, or we could rate them like 1 to 10, how good do you think it is?
It's hard.
It's
That's
hard
really
for me
hard.
because I didn't play a lot of the Wii U, but looking at it overall,
I think it might
like
be Wii U.
Splatoon, Mario Maker, Captain Toad, Hyrule, those are all
Yep.
really great games
Yeah.
that got ported over or a new version on the Switch. So I feel like Wii U had the best overall new IP.
Those are all rock solid. Yeah, you look at like Labo and maybe 1-2 Switch and go like womp womp.
Right.
ARMS underappreciated. I would say Mario Rabbids is one of the best things to happen, but it also wasn't really
But it wasn't really
Nintendo's.
Nintendo. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing that if you were on Wii U, you knew this, that like the game, you were happy playing the games there because they were great and you're just frustrated that nobody else did anything. Nobody else played it. So yeah, I think it's not really surprising. That's probably my top pick as well.
Yeah. So we think Wii U, Wii, and then Switch.
Maybe, yeah. Especially especially
too.
having played Xenoblade Chronicles after the fact. But yeah, on this dimension of just looking at new IPs and the console life cycle, then probably that.
Yep. All right, Dan.
Good question.
At Dano12 asks, would you ever want a Metroid TV show or movie? Would you care if it was its own thing or stuck to previous game's story? I think this one might be for you because if Dano listens, they know that I do not play Metroid, nor care much about Metroid.
I think that's actually a really good place for you to answer the question. Is that something that might get you into it? Like, is that a different on-ramp for you?
I think maybe I would prefer it be based off of a game so I could just watch the movie or TV show and not have to play the game. And not be its own thing.
Yeah.
If I were to watch it. If it was its own thing and you had to know like the lore behind Metroid and all that, I would not watch it.
Well, I think one of the reasons you haven't seen it just yet, I think is because, it's really based off of Alien. There's a lot of references to that, but I think it's differentiated enough that it wouldn't appear as a carbon copy. I would love it for that exact reason. I would love to see that, but I wonder if for fans of it, if just going off of the lore, the setting would be enough, or would they want to see like you get a lot of these games that are translated into movies or TV series, and it's like I think Doom with The Rock had a moment in it where it was literally a first person shot, like it looked like the game Doom. It's like, oh God, don't give me that. Don't give me like the side, like the 2D view of Samus turning into a ball and rolling underneath the little thing. It's like, just let the thing be an actual TV show or movie. I don't need to see it looking like the game to that degree. But I would be totally into this. I think there was a Castlevania one that they did, and I never watched The Witcher, but there are good examples of this. I think TV shows or a series might make more sense for some of these games to translate over into sort of a screen or a different screen, where movies are just a little too short. They need more, like, games are long. Games explore long stories and a lot of different arcs, so I think they need more space. So TV might be the way to do that. And I would love this, but probably exploring some of the things that are already established in the various versions of Metroid.
Agree. Okay, Adam Rennard, at Rennard is here, asked, one thing I really liked about PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale were the levels that mixed two games together for fun results. If Smash did this, what two games would you mix together?
Ooh. That's a good question. I never played. Did you play Mario All-Stars? PlayStation All-Stars?
No, I didn't.
I played it for
I haven't had a PlayStation since the PlayStation 2.
Oh, snap.
Mm-hmm.
Abandoned ship.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
I did. I went Nintendo, Xbox all the way and didn't. I would love to get one now and play games that I missed, but I feel like it's just a lot. But I was trying to think, like, I'm trying not to have every answer that I ever say
Animal Crossing.
Be Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. Okay, well, you pick Animal Crossing, and I'll put it with Fire Emblem. Like, we'll do it that way.
There you say, yeah.
You say game, then I'll say game. That's our sandwich level. Mm-hmm.
Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Interesting. That would be interesting.
Mm-hmm. I'll say Kirby.
Zelda.
Kirby and Zelda. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And let's do one more. Let's do Paper Mario.
Ooh, and F-Zero.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's how they did it. They just like threw stuff into a hat. And they're
pretty
just
much
like, okay, let's pick two of them. Here we go.
I want to listen back to this because I've already forgotten what we said, obviously. And I'd love to, I don't know, maybe commission some artwork on this. I want to see what this would actually look like. Let's bring some of these ideas to life. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Great artists. We both know, I think, some. I'm always a fan of the people that you pick. It'd be really interesting to see.
The Animal Crossing community has so many talented artists.
Yeah. That's not surprising.
Unreal. It's not, but it's so good. Okay. Winter Gamer on Discord asks, this kind of goes back to what we talked about earlier with the DLC. Mm-hmm. Do you think Nintendo should have more of a schedule involving when they drop DLC, or how they just did with Snap and Mario Golf, where they announce and drop the week of? I, for one, like it more planned, like with the Age of Calamity, where I know I can plan on when I'm playing it rather than it just dropping and then I forget about it. So do you want it scheduled or they just drop it?
And I'll expand a little bit on what I was saying before, because I think companies and developers and publishers need to be careful about this. It may be why Nintendo does it the way they do, which is just sort of like these shadow drops, because I do think there's a negative reaction that people have when, they're promoting the game and they'll go, and here's also the roadmap. You see this with like Marvel's Avengers or some other games where they haven't even like released the game yet and they're already telling you about like the roadmap, and you go like, that doesn't feel good either. So I think that has to be taken into consideration as well, which just makes it more difficult and complicated than maybe we'd like to think it is. So yeah, I do. But with all that said, launch the game, make it feel complete, say updates are coming, and then at a certain point in time, like maybe it's a couple of months afterwards, say here's our roadmap, is probably my best kind of take at this. Whether or not that would actually work out is maybe a different story, but I think that is kind of what I would want.
Right. I don't know. I mean, how soon did they drop the DLC? Like, they announced it, and then it comes out like a week later or 2 weeks later? I guess Winter Gamer said the week of, so I don't necessarily mind that. It
is exciting. It's here now. Like, I always like that. It's available now.
Play it. Right. I don't mind that. I mean, I don't want it to be like the day of.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a week is a good amount of time. I feel like I would be more prone to forget about it if they announced it and then
that's a good
it's
point.
not coming out for a month. There's no way I'm gonna remember it a month
later. You don't put that in your reminders. You don't you talk to your phone. Hey Siri, remind me about this.
No, I can't remember to put in a reminder.
I'm saying this sort of facetiously, but I'm realizing that's exactly what I've done over the last a week and a half or so. I did have a reminder in my phone for Tetris 99, the Maximus Cup.
Oh my gosh.
I had a reminder for Back for Blood beta. There's another thing coming up as well.
Did you play?
I did. Yeah, I'll definitely be talking with Ryan. I liked it. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with it.
Gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, we'll play video games together.
Yep. I'm excited about that one. Neon Tiger asked, if you had to choose one Nintendo franchise to erase from existence, which one would it be?
Oh, it's so harsh.
For Bobby, I'm going to erase Kirby.
Wow. Kirby?
Yeah. I just couldn't. I mean, yeah. Who'd care?
Oh, it's such a harsh, it seems like you're especially, it seems like you're personally attacking somebody. This might be too easy to say, does it count to say 1-2 switch? Can I erase 1-2 switch? Is it even a franchise?
I mean.
That doesn't feel right.
No. When I Google Nintendo franchises, that does not come up. So we're going off of my Wikipedia.
What about Bing? What if you use Bing?
No.
Man,
there's Brain Age.
No, those are great. Those are really good.
We could get rid of F-Zero if you'd like.
I don't want to get rid of that either.
Rhythm Heaven.
Star Fox is up there, because it's really only got one good game. Let's be honest, it really has one. This is no matter what I say, somebody's going to be really, really mad at me. Why would it?
There's really that many? What about Yoshi side games?
Yeah, that's probably. My son really likes that though. This is such a hard one. I don't like it. I don't like this question at all. I don't like it.
But if he had never seen those, he would be into something else.
Yeah,
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah. I don't want to answer. I don't want to erase anything out of it. I don't know.
Sorry, Pat. He's not.
Sorry, Pat. You can't get me to do that. That's so mean.
Okay, Hopple asked, will Caito get a second DSLR now that her cat got the first one?
Yeah.
And this is not true. I want to explain myself here.
Please do.
My cat does not have a DSLR. Okay?
That is the sound clip of all sound clips.
They don't get their own DSLR. I ordered a DSLR. I had issues, had to send it back, had to order another one. I'm still working on getting it set up. And then they will get the stream cam, which is still nothing to sneeze about, okay?
It's pretty good.
And my cats are going to get a stream cam
for
their cat cam. But No cat will be having, although I'm sure most people would prefer the cats to have the DSLR than me. So maybe I should do that. Maybe I should set up the DSLR for the cats and then I just keep the stream cam.
Definitely.
Because there's so many times on mine, people are just like, can you just hide your face? And
no, they don't say that.
well, they do because
Can
my
you
face
just
is like
hide your
covering.
face?
If my face is like covering a code or something, they're like, can you hide your face?
Your head's in the way.
Yeah, I'll hide my face.
Chibi Robo is my answer. Chibi Robo. Get rid of it.
Let me check my list here.
It counts.
That's not on my list.
That counts. What do you need a new list?
It's a Wikipedia list.
It counts. Chibi Robo. I could do without.
Okay.
There's Pat.
Last question. We talked a lot about Skyward Sword at the beginning, but just if you had anything to add, Brent asked, why do you think you enjoyed Skyward Sword better now than on the Wii? And you kind of discussed this a little bit. But you didn't really say why. You just said you did.
I think it took me a lot less time for some reason. Maybe I got a little less
You're
stuck.
Smarter.
I'm definitely smarter than I was back then. I try to dance around the whole the motion controls as being. I feel like it's such a cop out as a lazy sort of like why people don't like it. But I do what I think is that I was able to get through some stuff a little bit easier, maybe because of it. So maybe it is a little bit more core to my pain points in the original than I would have liked to admit. But I also think that with not having motion controls is sort of. I didn't have such like a free range of things that I was trying, and it seemed like I was a little bit more contained, which is really where like Zelda wants you to be. Like it doesn't give you a jump button to just like go wherever you want. There you have to like leap off a ledge. It's very directed in that way, and so if you're playing within the scope of it, then it's a bit more of a, I don't know. It seems like a little bit more of a. It makes more sense. And yeah, I don't know. I think my expectations were low. I think maybe also has something to do with it. I think the low times were not nearly as bad. So I think overall, just playing old games on new, more capable hardware is going to give you a better experience. And even just on that front, like 60 frames per second was very smooth looking as well. So I think all those things kind of just added up. My playtime on this was way shorter, just overall. So whether or not my clock in the first time was way off or not, but I could have sworn
I was. Look?
I should actually fire up my Wii at some point and look, but I could have sworn it was like 70 hours. In which case, like if you're lingering that much,
well, no
and
wonder.
I also did a lot of those. I did the side quests a lot more. I think that has a lot to do with it. And I didn't do that this time. Like I just mainly did. I did a couple, but I didn't feel the need to complete the game. So I think I was also trying to like review it the first time I played it, and I was really just starting to get into like writing about games, and so I was being maybe I was overly critical about it. Maybe I was trying to complete all of it, which I wouldn't recommend people do. The side quests are they're just not very good at all. So maybe more of my time was spent doing things that were less fun instead of me just doing all the fun things in Skyward Sword.
Yeah. Well, okay. One last question coming from me.
Hi, Caito.
Hi.
Thanks for writing in.
I wanted to jump in the car. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you mentioned in Skyward Sword kind of like the more linear aspect of it. You're a Zelda fan, right? You've played a bunch of Zelda. I've casually played Zelda, and I got really into Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about Breath of the Wild?
Ooh, I love Breath of the Wild.
From what Zelda once was. Like, did you prefer that? Did you like it? Like, you respect it, but you prefer the old way, or what?
I did prefer that. It seemed like, and especially if you've been playing Zelda for many, many years and time after time, you're always asking for something that they kind of give you, but they don't sometimes. Like when Twilight Princess came around, it was like, oh, finally we get like our mature Zelda game. And then they did Wind Waker. Actually, Wind Waker was before that, and that's why the response to Twilight Princess was like, finally, like we wanted this much more adult-looking thing. And so by the time Breath of the Wild came around, it was like, yeah, that's what we've been wanting for Zelda. Was I want to be able to have a true open-world experience where before you would kind of get to a point in the map, and you can even see like on the mini-map, it would just sort of like taper off into what would eventually be like a door or a tunnel or a log that you would go through to pop out the other side to open up another sort of part of the map. With Breath of the Wild, Wild, it was just like there was none of that. You could go wherever, whenever, and that was so freeing. Even though it wasn't entirely new to games, it was new to Zelda, and it was just something that we'd been asking for so long. So I really like that, but this is the trade-off between the two games, which is why maybe I really like Skyward Sword. Is the story is front and center in Skyward Sword, and it's like, at least from my perspective, almost non-existent in Breath of the Wild, where you have to like track down the memories, and it just wasn't really, the storytelling wasn't the strong suit in Breath of the Wild. So that's definitely, brings to light just something that now I'm going to be screaming for Breath of the Wild 2, which is we need both. I would love to have that open world, the freedom that Breath of the Wild showed, but like the strong storytelling that we've come to expect with some of the other games as well.
Right. I loved Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I might play it again. Like my kids are asking for like, okay, let's play another Zelda game now. So it's well, I'll probably be back next week, talking about either Breath of the Wild or Twilight Princess or not Wind Waker because they don't have inverted controls. So there's that.
Yeah, people have asked me to stream it, but I just get so nervous streaming a Zelda game because
you totally should. Oh,
I'm
you'd
not
love
the
it.
smartest.
That's okay. That's whatever. And yes,
puzzles.
you are. First of all, I'm like, whatever. Yeah, you're dumb. Like,
it's okay. You're dumb. It's okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, we need to wrap it up. Where can
Did we
people
have fun?
find you on the
I
internet?
think we had fun. We had fun today. Yeah. You can find me on the internet at Sean Capri, on Twitter at Sean Capri, Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants, and returning to Twitch pretty soon, twitch.tv/Sean Capri. So you can give me a follow there. And I have a whole bunch of content that you can watch or listen to at youtube.com/Yumi Capri.
And you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at Console Caito. That is all for episode 16 of the Nintendo Drive. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, I'm going to go buy another DSLR for my cat.